I think the corporate state is the issue. I think we live in a situation now. I mean, the only institutions we as citizens have to protect us and watch out for our well-being is the government, however imperfect that may be. And that has been usurped by the corporations. There was an article on the New York Times the other day, I'm sure many of you saw it, front page story about how there's a bill before Congress to increase regulations for inspections on lead paint, children's toys, food, and the head of the agency wants to defeat it. Because all of these agencies, even under the Clinton administration, every department was turned over to the corporations. I mean, even the Labor Department was not turned over to labor, turned over to economists, but it wasn't turned over to labor. And it really goes back to that period where Bill Clinton figured out that that labor had nowhere else to go, and that he could inevitably, count on labor support no matter what he did, and that by wooing the corporations, he could get the same kind of money the Republicans were getting, and he did. So there was campaign parity in terms of donations by the 90s, and now we're seeing in this election that most of the money is in fact going to the Democrats. But this Weimarization of the American working class, this disenfranchisement of the working class, where they've lost all possibility of hope. Look, there's many depressed areas in upstate New York. I don't need to tell any of you this. But these jobs are never coming back. And the benefits are gone. The state and federal assistance has been slashed. There are huge pockets of this country where the end of the world is no longer an abstraction to Americans. And what has happened? There's been a physical disintegration of these communities. You go up to the Rust Belt. Much of my own family comes from the interior of Maine, very poor. All the mills are gone. And what have they done? They have turned to non-reality based belief systems, which is what the Christian right is. They've turned to magic.